Coming up on Look Today, the local representatives respond to Governor Cuomo's New York State budget. I've got details. And our local area prepares for the 23rd annual Chowder Fest. More on that coming up. And after months of discussion, the gun show will return to Saratoga City Center on Memorial Day. I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Gene Retigliano. He's a post quartermaster for the VFW post in Saratoga County, and we're joined by Tom Riley. He's a United States Navy veteran. They're here to talk about the alternative veterans tax exemption within the Ballston Spa School District. I also sit down with Joanne Hume. She's executive director for Saratoga County EOC. She's here to talk about her new role as executive director. Plus, we've got a winter weather advisory, quite an extensive weathercast for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, as part of the 2017 budget plan, Governor Cuomo pledged an estimated total $21.1 billion in infrastructure upgrades across New York. Now, the state would award local municipalities in grants through an application process. Now, while some local government representatives do believe that infrastructure upgrades are greatly needed, some emphasize the need for a more structured grant application process. We spoke to Assemblywoman Mary Beth Walsh of the 112th District.
I think that the idea of putting money into infrastructure is a great idea. I support that very much. I just think that the whole Hunger Games sort of proposal for getting grant money out there is something that's been tried, and I think it's been a failure. So I would support a different kind of formula, a predictable formula that local governments could count on, kind of like our CHIPS program. And that's legislation that I'd like to work on in the Assembly and work with my predecessor and counterpart in the Senate, Jim Tedisco, on that kind of a proposal.
Wow. Okay, in other news, well, Chowder Fest, part of Saratoga Springs Winterfest, returns February 4th. Now, some of the restaurants that will be taking part in the 23rd annual Chowder Fest include Bailey Circus Cafe and, of course, the reigning champions, Gaffney's. We spoke to Todd Garofano. Now, he's the president of Saratoga Tourism and Convention Bureau about some of the new locations that will be participating for 2017.
Yeah, so Saturday, February 4th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. In and around downtown Saratoga, but not just downtown. We go all the way around Saratoga Lake. We're out in Malta and Ballston Spa now as well. So we're expecting between almost 90 restaurants and businesses to participate.
That's a great day to take the family, by the way. It really is a family event. All right, switching from news to weather. This afternoon saw warmer temperatures in the high 30s. There's a winter weather advisory for the region. Now, that's going to happen later tonight, they say, and we're going to expect a mix of snow and sleet. We got a pretty extensive forecast, so let's see how the week and this storm is shaping up. For a more detailed look, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. Hope you've all had a wonderful day so far as we jump into the First Look Weather Center. Right now, still a pretty active weather pattern occurring across portions of the Northeast. On the back end of all this mess, we saw some very stormy weather across the Southeast from the same system, but it'll be manifesting itself in the form of some wintry mix and snowfall as we continue on through the overnight hours. So that moisture pushing back in the cooler temperatures. You can see 33 Albany, Burlington down to 24, thanks to a little bit of a clear out before the moisture moves back in. That's going to mean some wintry mix and snowfall, even some significant snowfall for us across the Tri-County area. Tonight we'll see a wintry mix, 2 to 4 inches of snowfall likely. Could see some higher elevations picking up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches of snow. 31 degrees for the low tonight with that stiff north wind blowing back in. Should see a lot of the moisture pushing back out through the back half of the daytime tomorrow, so still hold on to some light snow. Definitely could see a messy commute. The high above freezing though at 35 degrees. And speaking of a messy easy commute. Temperatures around or just above the freezing mark as we get out and about. We'll see cool weather, some wintry mix out there that'll slow us down likely as we get out and about for the daytime Tuesday. We'll hold on to about an 80% chance of some lighter snow through the daytime Tuesday as well. The daytime high 35 degrees. We'll see temperatures progressively getting a little bit warmer. Wednesday 38 with sunshine. Next chance of some showers and a chance of a light chance of snowfall as we head through our Thursday night. But then another cool down occurs Friday as highs will once again slip back down towards the freezing mark. A high about 34 degrees Friday, 32 to 33 on Saturday. Well, that's it from the First Look Weather Center. Now let's get back to you, Jesse.
Wow, thanks, Brandon. That's going to be some tricky weather. By the way, I love that out the door feature. That tells you what your commute tomorrow morning is going to be like. Back to the news. After some lengthy discussions as to whether Saratoga Springs Gun Show would return to the Saratoga City Center, it has been confirmed that it will. Now, the new East Coast Arms Collectors Associates Gun Show and Military Exposition will return to the City Center on May 26th through the 28th. Now, this will be, by the way, the 104th show at the venue. The organizers of the show were told in April that it would be dropped from the City Center calendar. We reported on that. And we're going to have updates as to why the show is returning when we speak to the organizer of the show, Dave Petronas. Up next, I sit down with Gene Retigliano. He's a post-quarter master of the VFW post in Saratoga County. We're joined by Tom Riley. He's a United States Navy veteran. They're here to talk about the alternative veterans tax exemption within the Ballston Spa School District. Plus, I also sit down with Joanne Hugh. She's the executive director for the Saratoga County EOC, and she's here to talk about her new role as executive director. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Monday, so we're going to do a look ahead. We got some interesting people coming in this week. Planned Parenthood is coming in. The ASPCA is coming in. We've got the State of the City address in Saratoga at the end of the week. Joe Orlo, the mayor of South Glens Falls, is also scheduled to come in. Now, Bob Turner, by the way, is going to be Mike Lenz's guest on Beyond the Headlines this week. So you're going to get a really in-depth look at the change in the city charter in Saratoga. And also, didn't get the viewer's name, but I was in Hannaford in Glens Falls on Saturday, and this very nice woman with blonde hair walks by with a big smile and she says, "Oh, we watch you. My father and I watch you. So you know who you are, and thank you for watching." And last but not least, boy, what a weekend, huh? Over 500,000 marches in Washington, D.C. for the Women's March. I heard there were 7,000 marchers in Albany. As they say, at least we hope, the future is female. I love that sign. Okay, tonight on Look TV, it's Beyond the Headlines and Tracks, our music show. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Be careful, everybody. The weather is going to get ugly. Good night, everyone.